If this is true, then we need to talk about it.
49 people selected to write a constitution, wrote a constitution. 40 people in the Supreme Military Council promulgated a constitution for us. Under General Abubakar, a government in which I served, I was in Executive Council. I never saw the draft constitution. And I was Minister of Information. It was my responsibility to publicize it to the country. On the day of swearing in of Obasanjo, we didn't have a copy of the constitution. I didn't know who was printing it. And my ministry was supposed to pay for the printing. And Obasanjo was sworn on a constitution that had not been read by anybody. And the National Assembly could not be constituted until 4 days after his swearing in, because there was no clean copy of the constitution. You cannot build on quicksand. A country cannot live on falsehood. The owners of the country, as represented by their leaders in the social cultural groups that formed a desire to be one country, have to be constituted into the kind of conference that President Jonathan summoned. They have the legal authority to speak on behalf of their various people that we want to be part of one country on the basis of the following rules. Unless we revisit that abnormality and historical abnormality, we will never have the ground norm. We will never have a constitution that conjures the loyalty of the people. Continuous, endless intellectual analysis can never lead to change. The resolve for a change is discernible from the contributions we've had here. The mechanics and the extent of change can only be evolved in a smaller group. And in that small group, if there is clear representation of all shades of opinion and of all areas of Nigeria, I believe a compromise is possible.
The constitution we are using was drafted by the military. That is the reality. And Obasanjo himself do not know much about the constitution until he was sworn in as the first democratic elected president of Nigeria. Remember, Obasanjo was in prison, right? But the then military leaders trust him, and because of the June 12th incident, they needed to console the Yorubas because they knew Abiola really won the election as IBB just revealed. So Obasanjo is the only person from the West that they could trust. Now they picked Obasanjo, draft a constitution, sworn him in as the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you look at Nigeria today, our leaders, especially from the federal level, they behave as if we are still under military regime because of that influence where they just inflict into the system. Our democracy have a little touch of military regime. Now the last military head of state, General Abdusalami Abubakar, now in draft the constitution, he didn't consult well. So everybody is struggling to have a say in this constitution because it didn't go well with a lot of people then. People just relax because they hear democracy. What is inside that demo? Now waiting with they don't know. It not really go well.